Bezel in the building.
This is dope. This is dope. How's everyone's night going?
Man, it's great,
Gucci.
man. It's great. No complaints.
No
No
complaints at all?
complaints.
You
Yeah.
already
You had
know.
trouble finding the spot, the location over here at all?
No, I got the new iPhone, so that joint took me right to the crib. You know what I
Oh,
mean? Took me right to the
little
crib.
subtle flex. The new iPhone
Pro Max.
Oh, yes, yes. The 15?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got the 14. Okay, yeah.
Cinematic is crazy.
Oh, shit.
Okay, I'm on the 12.
That's where I had left. I skipped like 5 of them. I held back for like 5. I was on the 12 too.
Mm-hmm.
15 changed my
15
life.
Pro Max.
It made me want to start directing movies and shit. Like I'm like, I could shoot a whole movie.
That's weird.
It's crazy.
Well, we want to get into it. This is dope. We out here, we filming another episode. We just out here just working. This is dope. We have a dope guest, but before we introduce our guest, we gotta
Welcome
welcome
back.
Opposing Perspectives Podcast.
Podcast.
I'm
Come
your
on,
host.
yo.
I'm your host, Sedale.
Oh, and I'm your host, James, James, aka Ralph's favorite on IG. You know, I always throw that out there for you.
I gotta take the tape and make sure that he says the same thing every time, just to make sure. We gotta see the consistency, possibly.
The
But,
consistency is key.
but make sure you tune into us on YouTube, all social media platforms. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe.
Don't forget the notification bell.
Yo, you really be on that notification bell. That shit's hilarious.
Go.
But today we got a dope guest.
Very special guest.
We got an artist who was once signed to the Roots, Wild Tuna, in the building.
Wow, tuna.
Also vice president of hip hop since 1987.
Oh, right.
Also started his own blogging site, Culture District.
Shout out Culture District.
And he's back out making even new music and fire and bringing some more heat.
Right.
And he also got the clothing brand. I mean, I'm probably missing something. What is it that you don't do?
Let's
And we
not
gotta
forget them feats.
Yes, go ahead.
We got it all, man. We got the movies, we got the media. You know, now we just tapping into the sports, getting these young kids the NIL deals. We got a lot going on, man. We got a lot going on at the Culture District.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
Well, I'm looking forward to hearing all about that. But before you get into all of that, let's adjust his mic real quick. Yeah, make sure you good.
Yeah, you good.
Before we get into all that, let's share some background information about yourself and how you got into it and everything that was everything that you did prior to music and all of that. So,
Right.
Who is Wild Tuna?
Yeah. So Wild Tuna, the young king, Deontay Bussy, the government name. Grew up in Uptown Philly, Mount area.
Uptown.
I'm saying shout out to Uptown, 7 Deuce, 72nd Georgian Road.
Okay.
Currently, Diamond Cuts, new street. They named my block after Diamond Cuts.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Okay, shout out Diamond Cuts.
Block, so that's the thing. But yeah, I grew up in Uptown. I went to high school in the suburbs, Souderton, PA. So I
Okay.
got a little taste of both sides of life. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that was very monumental when it came to what where I'm at now. Gotta have that diversity. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Gotta have that.
Facts.
I grew up in a Muslim house, a Muslim household. My mom was Christian, so we was very strict.
Wow.
Be religious. Everything was clean. Everything's organized.
Right.
We don't miss nothing. Very strict household. I love sports, but being as though we was in a strict household, that was restricted.
Wow.
I didn't get to play
Okay.
sports until high school.
oh,
Wow.
So a lot of my creativity came from not being able to go do what I wanted to do. So
Right.
music,
Right.
drawing, clothes, all the artistic things I do came because I wasn't outside or every day like with the regular kids. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Once I, as a kid, my one thing that really stuck with me was I always wanted to do something great. Like no matter what it was, even when I was a young boy, I used to tell my grandma like, "Yeah, I'm gonna be the first man to walk on the moon," like type stuff. Like I always just wanted to do something major. I might be. We ain't walking the moon yet. But yeah, I always wanted to do something great. So it didn't hit me until about high school when I was like, everybody hits you with what you about to do now. And I was like,
Right.
"Shit, I don't know. I do all the kinds of shit, right?" So I went to college for a little bit. I played high school sports. Went to college for a little bit. My stepdad, Charles Haynes, passed away. He was murdered. And
Oh wow.
that took me out of the college phase. I was like, you know what? I gotta get back to the crib, help my mom out, figure out life faster than what I was doing.
Right.
So I dropped out of high school. Dropped out of college, and started barbering. Went to culinary school, started cooking.
Damn.
I was selling T-shirts since I was like 15 anyway. My pops used to go up to New York, buy a bunch of jerseys, buy a bunch of, my mom would buy a bunch of bags, you know what I'm saying? So they
Right,
come
right,
back and
right.
hustle. So I get the scraps, a couple of little Mitchell and Ness jerseys he ain't
Right.
really selling them, grab them, go sell them at the school, you know what I'm saying? Different things like that. So I've always been a hustler on top of my artistic ability. But I really tapped in after he passed away. I was like, yo, I want to do something. I got to commit to something. I'm doing a whole lot of everything. And I
Right.
committed to the music. So around the age of like 22, 23, that's when I was like, you know what?
It's time to get
It's
to it.
time to get to it. I ain't BSing no more. You can curse on this, John.
Hey, do
All
what
right,
you
Yeah,
cool.
do.
yeah.
I ain't bullshit no more. I'm locking all the way in. I'm about to go to the studio. I'm about to go promote, run around all these different cities and do everything I think it need, to get to that next level. Um, and then like, during that time until that point, everything's just history. Life was just fun. We live and you learn. You go through different trials. I'm in the hood on the block, you know what I'm saying, uptown. I got
Right.
family in North Philly. We down North Philly. My pops from Southwest. I'm down
Wow,
there.
yeah.
You
Then I'm
all
going
through the
back to
city.
then I'm going back to the suburbs, and it's like I'm playing
Right.
all these different roles and putting these different faces on, and all this came to play. Once the business started. So that's the background. I
Right.
ain't gonna
Right.
bore y'all with too much
No,
stuff.
no,
That's
No,
all.
no,
no.
no.
That's
That's
what's
dope. That's
up.
dope.
Yeah. So
Can you talk about how did you get into like what was your process? What made you really get into creating music? What was that? What was it that just said this is it? This
It's
is
the
what
time.
it's time.
outside of my step pop passing away, it was really me being in the industry already. I was in the industry around the music since I was 16. DJ
Okay.
Circuit Breaker, my uncle, he had he was DJing. He had a
Whoa,
lot of shows
whoa,
going on.
DJ
whoa,
Circuit Breaker.
Yeah,
whoa.
yeah, yeah. That's my
Subtle flex.
yeah,
You know what I
DJ
mean?
Circuit
Shout out DJ
Breaker.
Circuit
Yes,
Breaker.
sir. Yes,
He
sir.
like, yeah, you saw my uncle DJ
Yeah,
Circuit
yeah,
Breaker.
he was
Like,
bull.
wow. Okay. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
still is bull, but
Right.
he really walked me into a lot of doors. You know what I'm saying? Helped me experience some things I wouldn't have got to experience firsthand. So, with him being one of the only male figures in my life, I kind of got under his wing, like, yo, what I got to do.
Right.
And he put me on the radio. Now, he put me on the radio when I was just coming out of high school. So I
Damn.
still had, like, I'm still finding my way,
Right,
it's
right,
not-
right.
So me being on the radio, plus doing the college thing, I'm throwing my parties, I'm selling clothes, I'm doing all this stuff. It hit me when he was like, yo, we about to upgrade. And the upgrade was supposed to be us going and getting a slot up on Hot 97. So his radio show in Philly was buzzing on Volta Radio. It was buzzing so much. I mean, we had everybody come through. State Prop, Bloodhounds, whoever you can name out of the
Right.
city legends, Miss J, like we
What
had so
year
many
is this,
legends.
Tuna?
This is between 2008 and 2010. So this is from when I was 18
Okay.
or 20.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's when it was rolling.
Mm-hmm.
Around 21, 22, that's when the show pop off. His show pop off. That's when the Hot 97 deal get offered. So now I'm like,
Wow.
oh, this a wave, right?
Right.
But during that wave, I'm amongst the top artists in the
Right,
city.
right, right, right,
And
right.
I'm looking at them, no offense to nobody, but I'm looking at these niggas like, I can do this shit.
Right. Right.
This is what these niggas do. I saw him. It took him 30 minutes to prepare for this shit. It took him 30 drugs to prepare for this shit. I could do this sober. I'm ready. Like, I can do it right now. I had that kind
Right,
of drive.
right,
I don't need
right.
nothing. Just give me a beat, give me a mic.
I got
killing
this.
everybody. You know what I'm saying? I had that mindset. And I'm young too, so I'm all
Got all the energy.
when you're young, you
Right,
you
right.
overthink
I can do
everything.
everything.
Yeah, you
Right,
Superman.
right.
So that's when I really wanted to tap in because I was around it already. I felt like I had a cheat code with my uncle, and then I had that motivation with my step pop passing away of
Right.
being in because my step pop really played a major role because he would have walked me in through these doors.
If he was
Yeah,
right,
because
right.
he was bodyguard for Allen Iverson. He's
Oh,
with Cassidy. He's with
Subtle Flex
he's with
Part
all these people
2.
already. Like they had I don't know if y'all remember a Club Jaguar in Uptown. So they had an
don't
old.
You see my beard, right? Tuna, you see my beard, all right?
Listen.
I'm Uptown Boy, WOL, you know what I mean? So Jaguar.
Say no more.
Come on.
So they got an
come
old
on,
school
man.
night, right? So he tell me, look, you think you can rap? Come through. We gonna have such and such in the building. Cass gonna be in the building. We got all the beans gonna be in
Right,
the
because
building.
Cass
He
was
right
right
up
around the
street.
corner. Yup,
Down the
yup.
street, my uncle, my
Off
other uncle went to
Providence.
school with him. You know what I'm saying? At Dobbins, I think, or something, whatever.
Mhm.
But they went to school together.
Wow.
So he like, yeah, come down. First of all, before we get there, he made me freestyle for him. He ain't never cared about the
Oh,
music.
he wanted to see
Yo, he
where
said, let
you
me
at.
hear you. He said, I got a situation, old school drone. They want you to come down and rap. Let me hear you rap. So the first time I rapped on command, on demand, was for my step pop, and I bombed it. So that gave me confidence too, because
Right,
street
right,
nigga, like
right,
street
right.
nigga co-sign you is a different
Right,
level of life.
right,
You know what I'm saying? It don't matter what niggas say. I know a nigga who
Right,
kill niggas
right.
and do all this extra shit. Y'all both he fucking with.
Right.
So I'm in there. So that was my first like, my little gasp of light to be like, yo, I can really do it and be in position to do it the right way.
Damn.
So yeah, when he passed away, that was my second motivation.
Wow.
And I just locked it all the way in. Like,
So hold up.
mattered.
Let me ask you.
Yeah.
With that being said, who's some of your influences? I want to jump right into your influences.
Musically or just in general?
Musically.
Musically,
And in general, in life.
man, musically is so many because I listen to so much music. Especially back then, I listened to so much music. I was around it all the time.
Who
What
was you
really stuck
popping
out-
right in the joint?
Oh, see, this is crazy. So this is three. This is all off the fault.
Give it to me.
Non-Brigade from Philly.
Non
I
Brigade.
stole the Non-Brigade CD from my older brother. I didn't know who they was.
Nah.
Everything on that CD was hitting.
I remember
right?
Nom. Yeah.
Brigade. I took DMX album. It was the joint where he was all bloodied up. I stole that.
Flesh
from
in my
brother.
flesh, blood in my blood.
Right.
Yeah.
Stole that
Yeah.
from my brother. I stole Nas from my pops. Nas CD.
My favorite MC. Y'all already knew
So
that.
Nas CD, and it was another joint that came with it that he had bootleg, the Four Horsemen. I don't feel like a lot of people don't know this existed. And I bring this up
I know
sometimes. They had this album or mixtape
Yes.
or whatever called
Yeah.
Four Horsemen.
Yeah.
Had Jay Nas.
That's when his
I remember
bodyguard
that, yeah.
horse was
Yeah.
rapping with him.
And this was crazy. So
Yes.
when I grabbed that joint,
QB
I'm
Finest,
spinning
right?
that. I'm spinning that everywhere up top. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
Yo, what you?
I
what's
knew it
this?
was a reason why I fucked with you, too.
Yeah,
I know it.
I come from good cloth. You know what I'm
You know what I
saying?
mean?
Cloth. And then the fourth would be 50 Cent because
Get Rich or Die
my
Trying.
grandma. Now before I even heard the music, my grandma met 50 in New York. He was selling shirts in New York.
Subtle
She brought
Flex
one of
Part
his
3.
shirts
Subtle Flex Part 3.
Wow.
Tuna just gonna be flexing
down. No,
the
this-
whole
this is the
app. You
beginning.
know what I
This is the
mean?
beginning.
Wow. Go ahead.
It's like when she brought that shirt down, she said, "Yeah, I met this young artist, and I'm a kid at this time. I met this young artist, and he reminded me of you. I got his shirt. I'm putting his shirt up here. Here's the CD, but the
Oh,
CD
that's
was
lit.
Power of the Dollar mixtape.
Power of a dollar.
I
I,
still got that joint from him. She got it from him. Power of the Dollar mixtape. This is when he was selling it out the trunk after his label had did whatever. I
Right.
didn't know none of this till later. Boom. So those was my four influences musically, because those the only CDs I had access to. Now, mind you, I'm in the crib. My pops don't let me listen to no music that curse.
Right,
My
'cause
mom
you
don't
in
let
the
me
strict-
listen to no
right,
music
you
that
gotta
curse.
right,
you
right.
listen
So
to
these
it.
CDs is in the tuck. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm hiding these joints for dear life. You know what I mean? And my mom found them one day, and she snapped on me. Like, but my pop saved me. He come in. He like, oh, I was looking for these Jones. Good look. Boom, boom, boom. Now, I ain't still all of them.
Right.
I took one from my brother, one from my grandma. So he looked out for me, and I was like, oh yeah, Pops got me. Like, we good. He know what's up. Even though we got rules.
Right,
he
right,
know when it
right.
come to this, you know I'm into this. You know what I mean? So that was my influence musically. Outside the music, just in general, when I was that age, definitely my pops, my grandma showed me so much when it comes to music, poetry, just art in general. I just go to grandma crib in Uptown. She had this fish tank with these angel fish. We couldn't touch the tank. I would lay by this tank for hours 'cause I couldn't go outside. I was a young boy.
Well,
Couldn't go
right,
outside from,
right.
like, I couldn't jump off the steps in like 14, 15. So I'm stuck on the step to, like, you know what I mean? Every
Right,
once in
right.
a while I'm playing, you know, we
Right.
catch a man hunt, you know what I mean? Catch a
Right,
girl,
right.
freak a girl. Every once in a while I get to sneak off with my older cousins or whatever.
Well-
But most of the time I'm in the crib, you know what I mean?
Well, I want to ask you this. So let's get into your affiliation with the Roots. You know, how did that come about?
I did 82 shows one year. I did
82 shows?
I did 82 shows. Documented. Tickets sold. Venue, you can go Google it. It's up
What
there.
year is this?
This is in 2016. I'm 26.
Damn.
Did I do that right? I think I did that right. But yeah, I'm 26. and I just had my first kid, and I'm going crazy. Like the suburbs out the county is popping. I'm throwing parties every weekend. My crib is the party crib. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I got like 10 artists underneath me, young boys. They gonna
Damn.
get to
Wow.
it. They rocking. They signed to my label.
Right.
They promoting every day. They going through boot camp, artist development. Um, and I got their attention doing shows with hip hop since '87. Actually, half the show. No, I'm gonna say 25% of the shows I did that year was with hip hop since '87.
Right.
So me being like, the cocky young artist I was, I'm telling everybody, yeah, I'm touring with these niggas. I'm touring with hip hop since '87. I'm at every show, like, so I'm promoting the joint like I'm on a tour. So niggas like, yo, hip hop since '87 got a tour. So low key, I'm bringing money into them because I'm letting them know, like, yo, this is where we at with it.
Mm-hmm.
And my uncle, DJ Circuit Breaker, come to me like, yo, now mind you, I've been begging niggas for a year straight to put me on at this point. He come to me finally like, yo, I got a situation for you.
Yeah.
He said, Dice Raw from the Roots want to sign you. Now, he telling me this after I just did a show. I bombed the show, crowd surfed and all this fly shit. I'm sitting in
Right.
the car, my uncle, we throwing it down. He said, yo, the Roots want to sign you. Dice Raw want to sign you. So
Yo,
I look
that's
at it, and
crazy.
he had the paperwork on him. So he like, yeah, take this to the crib. Don't take too long. Sign this joint. Come back down tomorrow. We're going to have a studio session with all the prospects, all the artists that we looking to sign.
Right.
If you make it through that process,
You on.
you on. It was like 10 other artists. Stayed out, rapped all them niggas. Stayed in the studio the whole time. Then they finished that. I did an album in the studio that
For
night.
real?
Yeah. Yeah, we had some good artists in there. One of the artists that really stuck out was Drama B2R. That was the first time we were in the studio together. Now we did a couple shows, we was on the same stage. And I loved his music. He always I can't sing, so it was like him singing and rapping. I was like, yo, I love that shit. I fuck with that. So
Wow.
we got in the studio together. That was lit. And then he ended up leaving. This is a little side note. He ended up leaving because his producer boy was just super hype, right? Trying to come up with hooks. So he in there, he in his bag, he yelling, he jumping up and down. Drum just looked up like, yo, I'm out. Like, bro, blowing my shit. Bro, blowing my shit, right? So I'm looking, I'm like, oh shit. I said, so this one niggas start falling off. Not falling off, but niggas start leaving the room.
Right.
Niggas don't want it. So fuck it, I gotta deal with the bull jumping up and down for a little bit. 'Cause
Yeah.
I need this. Stayed in there.
Well, when you see them, like, what does that do for you in the moment?
When I see the other artists.
Like when you see them jumping up and down and
Oh,
ready, like,
yeah.
what does that
So
do for you?
it did a lot. I ain't gonna hold you. So two things, because I'm still in the shell a little bit. I'm still kind of like, because we in Philly, like I can't be
Right,
all
right.
happy to
Yeah,
be here
right,
and
right.
shit.
Can't be Joe. You already know how it is.
But inside you bumping his head.
Listen, you already
Like you
know.
been here before,
Tony,
you know what
you
I'm
know.
So I'm chilling. I'm in the cut. I'm writing at the time. This when I used to write a lot. Now I don't write no more, but this when I used to write. So I'm just writing. None of these verses I'm using. I'm just writing. Just to stay
writing.
focused.
Right.
Stay on the job. Joe jump on. He jumping around, and I'm looking. I'm like, I can't do that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm looking at cats and seeing different things that they doing. I'm just like, I can't do that. Like, it's not me.
Right.
So I start really expanding on my artistry as of what am I going to present? How am I going to stand out? Like, he's going to stand out because he going crazy. He going to
Right,
stand out because he
right.
can sing. She going to stand out because she bad. How I'm going to stand out? You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
that's where that question popped off. And I figured that out at the end of my contract. But I did figure that shit out, though.
So, Tony, let me ask you, because you're an artist, but also you heavy in the media.
Right. Right.
So, talk about the transition and what got you into the media.
Yeah. So the transition from artist to media came after my contract was up with the Roots. So
And what
this
year was that?
around 2020.
Okay.
Right before COVID hit. That transition came. I had my third kid by this time. I was knocking them out, right? My third kid. And now as an artist, you spend a lot of money. Doing
Right,
what you gotta
right,
do trying
right.
to get on. So now I'm like, I gotta figure out how to get money. I've been getting money here and there, but I'm taking money
But-
to
right.
put into this. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
Clothes money, the other stuff I was doing that's going into the music. So I'm like, I need something that's gonna be for the kids. You know what I'm saying? And so the media thing got offered to me when my contract was done. Basically, I didn't get the money that I was expecting from it. So I got placements, song placements. I wrote for a lot of motherfuckers. We got plays. I did a lot of work, and I'm just like, yo, I did all this work for the last couple of years, and I ain't get nothing out of it. And I'm saying I spent more time in the studio than anybody on the label. Nobody outworked me when it come to that part of it.
Yeah.
And then the promotion part of it, because I knew that from the radio. So it was those two things. I'm like, I got this on lock. Everybody know me. I'm doing the work in the studio. Why is this not equaling money?
Right.
So the offer came from hip hop since 1987 through my uncle again.
Subtle flex. What's that? The third or fourth flex?
Yeah. So that came because of the work ethic. He knew that whatever I put my mind to, I was gonna get it done. You know what I'm saying? So,
And who was your uncle to get in? You know what I
Circuit
mean?
Breaker, yeah, DJ Circuit Breaker,
Right. Okay.
legendary DJ out of the city, one of the first to bring back the DJ battles in the city. He did a lot of dope things for the culture, especially for the underground. Like there's nobody, I don't think anybody did more for the underground than he did in my books from what I seen, because it was so consistent. Non-stop consistency. Every week it was something, whether it was an opportunity or it was a show. So yeah, that's that. Hold on, my fault.
No, you good.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, so that was that. But the transition came with that offer, and I started at the bottom. You know what I'm saying? I started just doing interviews, just filming, basic stuff. And then it took me about a year and a half to work myself up to get the vice president position.
Damn.
And I was really grinding. Like I
Subtle flex 5.
So I was going to ask
This
you.
is a flexy ass interview. I just want y'all to know.
I was just about to ask your most memorable experiences, but you named some of them. But is there anything memorable?
Memorable. It was like memorable other than the crowd.
Come on, you done worked with the Roots. You had a contract with the Roots. Your uncle DJ Circuit Breaker. Like
this is all a full circle. Just
come on.
It is a lot, but it was so crazy. Is like, and I say this all the time. When you in the moment, you don't always realize what's going on around you, and then until you sit back and reflect. And I didn't get a lot of time to reflect until my contract was done. You know what I'm saying? Like when I say I spent so much time in it, that once I got out of it, I was lost a little bit. Like, oh, shit, what do I do now?
Right.
I got to get another contract. I got to go label meetings and shit. Like,
and that's where the transition come in.
Yeah, yeah. So that's where that came in at. And in that year and a half before I got the vice president position, it was a lot of, I know what I need as an artist, so let me do that for the artists out there. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
And that's what made me level up so fast, because when it comes to media and blogs, it's all about the check for most companies. You know what I'm saying? But when you got somebody in there that's like, yo, I'm going to look out for y'all. I can't do much,
but I'm going to look out.
I can.
Right,
and those small lookouts that I was doing was monumentals to a lot of people. It was like, I was their first interview. I was their first article that they ever had written. I was their first show that they ever, got on the stage with. It was a lot of different shit.
OPP, right here.
It was a lot. It was like, it really set me up to show people that I cared about the culture more, so that I'm just doing this for a bag. You know what I'm saying? And I do. And I do care about the culture. And I just understood, like I said, as an artist, what I needed. So when I was coming to these artists with these opportunities, I knew what to say, how to present it. I knew what details mattered to them. You know what I'm saying? So that's really what helped me level up.
Nah, that's dope. That's dope.
That's huge.
Could you, well, the one thing I want to ask, are you still into artist development? Are you into that? And what exactly do you provide for artists, and what do you try to do to get them as far as to that next level?
So right now I took a step away from it once I left the Roots. Because when I was at the Roots, I had a lot of luxury. I could get my artists in the studios. I can get them around certain people and things like that.
Okay.
So with my transition, I stopped doing the artist development, but we're going to pick that back up with Culture District HQ, because what we're doing with Culture District, which is also the blog website.
Culture District, we're going to get into that.
Yes, we're gonna talk more about that. But just on that aspect of artist development, we do everything. There's nothing we don't do. Songs, production, visuals, PR work, promotion, online, Google ability, playlisting, radio placements, clothing line startups, websites.
So let's go right into Culture District.
Yeah, Culture
You know what I'm saying?
Well, real quick, before you go into Culture District, I do want to ask, what made you stop working with hip hop since 1987 to make you start Culture District?
Two things. One is I needed something to give my kids. something that if something happened to me,
That you can leave
I had to
right,
leave them
right.
something that was worth something.
That's
You know what
real.
I'm saying? Something that's bigger than just a house or a car and money in
Right,
the bank.
right,
It's like
right.
something that if you messed all that up, you still got this interest.
Right,
You know what I'm
right,
saying?
right,
So
right.
Culture District was one of the things, and that goes to my girls. Drippy Fish goes to my boys. But
Wow.
that's why I started it. And the other thing was I was moving faster than the company was at the time. My ideas were bigger and extra compared to what they were already doing.
Right, right.
They were operating for many, many years before me. So for me to come in and change the narrative and change the blueprint, it wasn't like accepted right away. You know what I'm saying? Some things were, some things weren't. And that's what's the push and pull back of why I left. But I tell everybody it wasn't really about anything money wise.
Right.
There was no beefs. You know what I'm saying? Of course,
Right.
there was quarrels and
Yeah,
people,
right,
whatever. Because I
right,
leveled up in a year
right.
and a half.
Yeah,
Some
right,
people
right.
been there for 10 years and they like, this little nigga came up and he's the vice president.
Right,
He's running around
right.
state to state, city to city.
Well,
He hosting all the events. You know what I'm saying? So,
well,
you know,
I think that's a good story to attest to. Like sometimes, we outgrow things,
yeah.
And people.
and sometimes in people, and sometimes you need that space to be able to spread your wings a little bit, and that's what it sounded like. All you did, which
Yeah,
is dope.
yeah. That and I needed to be able to make mistakes,
Mm-hmm.
right? So when you got a company with multiple staff members and some people on this company where this is their only income, mistakes may or may not affect them. You know what I'm saying, depending on how it's done. My mistakes came in where if I give an opportunity, I might not be able to get that equal opportunity to somebody else. So within the company, people were like, "Well, dang, what made you give him an interview for half price
And not
and not him?"
right, right.
And my defense is, I know this artist, I know what he gonna do with it,
Right.
I know the
right.
importance of it. You know what I'm saying? I know the numbers that's gonna come behind it, right? Not everybody always worry about the same thing. Some people just worry about the bread. Some people worry about the numbers. Some people worry about the look. Some people worry about the brand and who they stand. You know what I'm saying? There's a bunch of different things going on.
Right.
So my thing was, let me create something where there's the freedom to make the mistakes. I may give the wrong person an interview. I may give the wrong person
That's part of it, though.
a show that's not ready to be on stage.
But you need to be able to do those mistakes and see.
Yeah, because I'm still young. And on top of I'm the youngest staff member on the crew when it comes to who's making play calls. You know what I'm saying? So I'm making calls as the young boy. So I got the old heads. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, what's up with young boy? He doing the show here. Do we get a split of that? And what's up with him? And he out here wilding. He
It
he
be
got
like
all
that.
these girls and you know what I'm saying? It was like I took because if you go look it up, I had this podcast called Sex and Music Podcast, right? And the podcast was lit. I had all the little OnlyFans shorties coming down. I had the models, strippers, dancers, whatever. I had sex toy makers and all.
Oh,
anything,
shit.
like
I'm gonna have to
whoever,
go check
anything
this
in the
joint out.
industry was coming through. Man, it's on Pornhub too.
Oh shit!
Listen, it got crazy. It got
I don't know what Pornhub is.
It got
though.
crazy. Look, it got real crazy to the point where this is where it got lit, and I knew that I could really create a company and carry it on my own. I got a deal with YouTube. I got an offer from Pornhub for a deal for a podcast, and I locked in with Atlantic Records.
Damn.
Just from working the
Subtle
bar.
Flex Part 6.
Wow.
Man, I told y'all this was a flexy ass episode. You know what I mean? Like,
Listen,
damn.
Real quick, I just want to let everybody know, and I'm gonna put James on the spot.
Oh,
People
shit.
don't
Oh,
know.
shit.
We did a Zoom meeting to talk about this interview, and you know what I mean, to set up and introduce our chemistry. Right in the middle of the Zoom meeting, James is texting me, "Yo, I'm hyped as hell about this interview." I'm like, "This nigga," I'm like, and I'm like, "Yo, like, chill, like, calm down." That's where
Like,
to
yo,
go.
he was like, yo, chill. You can't let people know that, you know what I mean? And I'm like, damn, my bad. Because I was like, I had already told Tune on the Zoom, like, yo, I'm hype as shit about this show.
He texted me and then told you. He was like, I was just texting Sedale. I'm hyped as hell about this.
that was love though, because like I said earlier, me being in the press and media is rare that I'm on this side, and it's,
Right,
and,
right.
and it's y'all my first interview. Y'all gonna be my first.
Hey, going wild to this
come
first
on,
interview.
man.
Let's go.
Oh,
The last
we
joint
going
I did
up, yo.
It was like 2-3 years ago. I was on Lido Takeover podcast.
Damn. Shout out to
that's my
Lido.
bro, but yeah, that's rare that I'm on this side, so that's why I like being on this side. I get to talk my talk. You know what I mean?
Yo, that's
usually I gotta be
huge.
humble and ask questions all professional with the glasses on and all that.
Right,
You know what I
right.
mean?
You
But now
already
it's
know.
y'all get the truth.
Quick question. Now let's go into Cultural District and your partner for Cultural District of
Yeah.
starting it.
Yeah. So I started out with Maria. She was a writer with Hip Hop in '87 also.
Oh,
Now Maria, she was kind of in the same boat that I was, but as a writer.
okay.
So she wanted to do a lot. When it
And
came
is it
to
just state her full name and so
yeah,
Oh,
Maria
yeah.
Marine.
Okay.
Maria Marine out of New York. Yeah, she actually shout out to her.
Shout out Maria.
Shout out
She
Maria
actually
Marine.
she
She
worked for
follows the pod
ESPN
too.
now. Oh, she follow.
Oh, that's
Oh,
what's
that's
up.
good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she showed love.
yeah. She worked for ESPN now as a sports analyst.
Wow.
She's working with the WNBA. So shout out to her for that because
That's huge.
we've been grinding like really
Subtle
been
Flex
grinding.
Part
We've
7.
been grinding. Yeah. The ESPN spotlight. Yeah.
Telling you this. I told you this joint flexy. You know what I mean? If you ain't ready for the flexes, like, you know what I mean?
I was just blessed to put myself around, be around. I didn't even say put myself around. Just blessed that God put me around certain individuals. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because I just made my mind up to do something, and everything just opened up. You know what I'm saying? Even with the blog, when I stepped away from hip hop since '87, it wasn't a cordial step off. So it was a little heated at the time because we all passionate about what we do. We all love music. We all love money. We all love what we do, traveling for a living. You know what I'm saying?
Was it an amicable break?
It was interesting. It was interesting. So it came at an untimely moment because it came as I was shouting the brand out, which was funny. I was shouting the brand out. I actually took the time and tagged every single person who helped me out get to this point. I tagged everybody on the staff. I tagged everybody on the roots. I tagged everybody family wise, like my cousin Mo, my cousin Dave. Those my guys. They always motivated me to keep telling me to keep going. I shouted out, just everybody who was a part of my journey. And then I got a message from the page like, "Yo, it's a team. This ain't about individuals." I'm like, "Huh?"
Oh, shit.
So I just tagged everybody. I just tagged the whole team. I would have tagged Grandma too. She had Instagram. I would have tagged everybody, including the person who messaged me. And so I was like, that threw me off. And then I got blocked from the page.
Oh,
After they sent the
shit.
message. So now I'm thinking there's an individual on the staff that I know I got an issue with because he just didn't like the way I leveled up. So I'm like,
Right.
that's just this nigga. I ain't worried about that.
Right.
Yeah, let it rock. So I called Unc like, yo, what's up? Unc don't answer. I said, I'm not answering. What's up? So I was like,
Oh,
he like, no, we just gotta talk. We gotta have a staff meeting tomorrow.
I mean, they sound like they did a straight corporate, right? You feel me?
No, they didn't. Cause
It was
first
a
of all,
little-
I'm supposed to get an email or something. You know what I'm saying? I'm supposed
Right.
to get a message directly, not on social.
Oh,
So that's where me
Okay,
as an
yeah.
artist kick back in, and my background kicks in, and I'm like, I'm not letting nobody disrespect me like that.
Right.
I don't care who you are.
I'm telling you,
know what
made
I'm saying?
music.
Man, I went on a grant. What first I went on a rant.
Did you, hold up,
did the camera?
a social media joint?
The camera, John. You went live.
This is why I did social media rant because at a certain point in my life, I felt like in real life, ain't nobody there that's gonna listen in real
Right.
life.
Right.
But the media and my fans and the people who follow me through this industry thing, they gonna listen to everything I say,
Facts.
and they did. And what happened was, I snapped because I wasn't used to that type of like approach from people I know or people I work with or people that I get
Right.
got a lot of money for the
Right.
got a lot of money for
Now,
that.
hold up, Tuna.
Got a lot of money for that, Joe.
Don't get it fucked up. For the people that's watching, yeah, the break, but you back in.
Oh, for sure, 100%.
So, you definitely back in. You build that relationship when you still got those same relationships.
That's
and
family
rapport
there.
with
Sure,
people.
yeah,
That's
and
dope.
that's the best thing about it is, no matter what happens, family is always gonna be family. I don't
Facts.
care what happens. In my book, man, unless you hurt somebody, my kids or somebody like that, I don't care what you did in your life. You always my family. We always ride.
Say that again for me one
I
time.
don't care
At
what
the end
you
of the
did.
day.
Unless you hurt any of my kids, Unless you did some foul things to a kid, I don't care what you did. If you my family, I'm rocking out.
Family gonna
Call me
stay
right
family.
now, like, yo, pull up. I'm in Atlanta. I need you. I'm there.
I
Pull up.
don't,
I'm in Cali.
he
I
only
need you. I'm on
he
the
only
flight.
saying that because we got some squabbles with family. I don't give a fuck about none of that.
I don't have
That's
I
your
don't
cousin.
have squabbles
That's
with
your-
family.
that's
all
your-
right,
that's
you
your
know what I
cousin.
mean.
That's
I
your
just wanted to
cousin.
make sure that you
That's
know
your
what I mean.
cousin. That's not my cousin. That's your cousin.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna edit that part out. All
What
right.
happens?
No, I'm the
this
editor.
is this real shit. Because what happens is this. It's two things, and I had to learn this in the process of all this. You know what I'm saying? I had to learn this in the process. There's the opinion of the person, right? What they think,
Right.
and then it's what they feel, right? And sometimes they don't always add
That's
up.
not the same.
Yeah. So what a lot of times is we get caught up in our feelings and not in what we actually know and think of the person, right? So I was caught up in my feelings. I should have never got there. They was caught up in their feelings too.
A lot
But
of
I don't
times,
blame
right,
nobody
right,
for that.
right,
You know what I'm saying? I always gotta take responsibility for myself. So
Right,
me
right.
being in my feelings, I said, all right, I made a mistake. I snapped out. I shouldn't have been on the ground with the blickies and all that. I drove. You know what I'm saying? I drove. You know what I'm saying? But I was upset.
Not on the ground with the blicky.
Not the-
Yeah, 'cause mind you, this is like when you commit. When I say I was fully committed, people was calling me hip hop since 1987. Like I was it. Like that's how committed I was. That's how much I waved that flag.
Right.
That's everywhere I went. I had their hoodie, their shirt, whatever it was on, because this is what I'm rocking, and it's family. So on
Right,
top of it,
right.
it's pride in that. So in that process, I learned a lot. I learned about balance. I learned about management. I made recollection of what mistakes I did make, miscommunication, because a lot of it was just miscommunication.
Right. You
Just
grew
not letting
from
somebody
that.
know, hey, you know what? I charged this person that instead of this. Hey, yo, this is my client. I'm giving them a package from this. You know what I'm saying? Little small things like
right,
that.
right.
But I'm a vice president. I'm fixing so much shit. I don't got time in my head to relay messages about what I'm doing. I just fixed 30 of y'all problems.
Yeah.
I just made 30 clients happy that y'all pissed off. Somebody was expecting money. Somebody was expecting show. I handle both of
Right.
these things. Now they happy. And on top of them being happy, they calling back to spend some more. Or they
Right,
calling back to
right,
get on the next
right.
tour or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Nobody, when I was working with Hip Hop since 87, nobody got burnt for money. Nobody was upset. Nobody ever had any bad dealings after they spoke with me. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So
You
that
stand on
I
business.
stand on that. And again, I'm an artist, so I always had to think first, like, yo,
Right.
what do they need as an artist? I know
That's
I
huge.
done got burnt plenty times thinking I'm about
Right.
to open up for Rick Ross and this and that. Niggas send me half the PayPal now or send me the Cash App or whatever. And then I
Right.
come to find out some bullshit.
Well, Tuna, I want to get into, with all your growth that you learned, you're back to, putting out music and everything. You've been
Yeah.
putting out music for the past year.
Yeah.
I would like to get into
Blues
that.
Brothers.
I want-
My nigga too
Name
big,
some of the
too
things that you're dropping out right now. Name
Yeah.
some of your some fire heat right now that you really want people to tune into.
Yeah, so what got me back into music, two things before I name those things. One, my baby mom hate that I make music. She hates it. She hates it.
Yo, that's wild.
So that's my first motivation.
We not shouting
I
out baby
love her
mom
to
for
death,
that.
You know what I'm saying? I love her to death, you know what I'm saying? But she hated it, right? So that was that. I said, you know what? It's got to be a reason you hate this shit.
Yeah, I'm about to say, what the fuck?
You gotta
Why
be-
do she
like,
hate?
you gotta- it
until-
gotta- because
when
of
them
success.
checks husky as shit, she not gonna hate it.
But she ain't care about the checks. She ain't care about the checks. My lifestyle in the industry,
Mm-hmm.
after going on tour, after being with the Roots,
Right.
prior to even being with the Roots, you know what I'm saying? Prior to even being with the Roots, my crib was the party house. We had something going
You
on
did say
twice a
that.
week. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So the lifestyle that came with it was crazy.
Before we get to the next question, is there any more
Yo,
alarms about to go
yo.
off? It's an alarm that goes off every episode with this
Yo,
man. What is
my
going
bad.
on?
Listen,
Hey.
I be trying to be on my time.
What alarm do you got going?
I don't got nothing
what
going
alarm
on
you got
right
going
now.
off at 10:20?
Man, he said it's
What?
420
You got a
somewhere,
blood
nigga.
pressure pill you got to take or something? Dang. For real.
No, really. But no, where was I?
No, you're talking about your music and,
Yeah,
putting
right.
it out,
So
and your
that-
baby
my
mom
baby
hates
mom-
And the lifestyle that comes with it.
It's
Right.
all crazy, right? So going back into it, I had to promise to be moral and promise that I'll be responsible. So that was my step with that. Then my bro Rome, shout out Rome, your favorite rapper from Philly, from North Philly. That's my bro.
Blues Brothers.
And he got me back into music. I gave the music shit up totally, all the way up, because you know what I'm saying. I had placements with 2 Chainz, Jay-Z,
Damn.
TDE,
Subtle
Schoolboy
Flex
Q,
Part 8.
Kendrick Lamar, Freeway, Dice Raw. Dice Raw had a play.
The play.
I wrote a couple of songs on the play.
For
Like there's a
real?
lot. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shout out to Digital Crates. He's still my producer to this day. Digital
Shout
Crates
out
had me
Digital
cooking.
Crates.
Like when I say we was making gospel music, rock music, soul music, old folk music,
This nigga
rap
a onion,
music.
yo.
Like we was writing
Peeling
everything.
back the
We was
layers.
rapping,
Tuna,
we was writing
yo.
everything. Like R&B, you know what I'm saying? So taking all that, I gave all that up. Rome was like, "Yo, I need you on the track." And now, mind you, I met Rome through Hip Hop in '87 as a cameraman. I knew he
Oh,
rapped,
wow.
but he was working the camera. And I said, "You know what? I need somebody reliable who actually gonna pull up,
Right.
do some camera work." So I had him on the payroll, come through. I cut you a bag out of my own pocket just to make sure the work gets
Damn.
done. That's it. Got to that level. Now, you know, I gave the music shit up. He was like, "Yo, listen, bro, you too talented to get this shit up." He said, "If anything, just do a couple features with me, so at least I can have you on my shit." Cool.
Right.
Go to the crib, record. Maybe 2 years after we do our run with '87, Jimmy the Saint hit my line. He like, "Yo, I got a movie for you."
Shout out Jimmy the Saint.
So I had to do the movie. Shout out to Jimmy for two things. One, because I got a hip hop award, Philly Hip Hop Award.
Oh, shit.
So him and
Subtle Flux Partner. I think we had 9 or 10.
and hold on, but this is the dope part about my award though. My award came because of votes. So the committee that they had who picked out everybody else, John, best artist of the year, all
Right.
that, I ain't go through none of that. Mine came from my fans voting.
Damn.
So
Shout
I
out to the
voted- I
fans.
voted everybody on that John. So that was major because it was a real legit award, not on some
Right.
politics or somebody, whatever. You know what I mean? So that was that. But he called me for the movie. He called me for a couple movies. I just played small roles. But this movie in particular was a lead role.
Okay.
So I got the
Oh.
lead role. It's called The Ultimate High. And my bro Rome, the other lead role, is us two on that joint.
Oh.
I gotta tune in.
That's where the
Oh.
music
This
really kicked
this
in.
coming out.
Yeah.
This hasn't been screened yet,
No,
right?
not yet. It be on
Right.
Tubi and Amazon.
Oh, okay. Okay. When are y'all doing the screening?
It's gonna be. We're gonna do the preview. We're gonna have our first preview next month. A little private, little watch party. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
okay.
We're gonna invite y'all for sure.
Oh,
Definitely.
that's what's
Whoa,
up. That's
most
what's up.
stuff.
Private watch party. So we're gonna do that. But back to the music. I jump back into music because if I'm gonna be in a movie, I'm like, oh, we gotta utilize this momentum to get this extra money. Let's do the soundtrack.
Right.
Let's not even
right.
trip and wait on this. Let's do the soundtrack. So that's when I really committed back to doing the music because now I'm like, all right, I'm about to do music and I'm about to put it out for people to listen to. So the Ultimate High is out right now. We did that first. Blues Brothers, we just dropped.
Yeah, on the 26th
Yeah, we
of
just
January,
dropped that
3
joint.
days after my birthday. So I'm on that.
Yeah, happy
Yeah.
belated.
Appreciate
Just did
that.
that joint because that's something where it was like we need to do something creative. I'm tired of the drill. I'm tired of the regular rap. I'm tired of the non-creativity that's happening right now.
You just answered one of the questions. How you feel about the quality of music?
Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love everybody else shit. I can't do the drill.
Right,
like
I feel that.
You know
I
what I'm
feel
saying?
that.
So that's where I say I'm tired of it because I did it. You know, we rap about everything. So
Right.
I was just tired of doing basic shit. Even with him, I was tell him like he would play certain songs, and I'm like, yeah, that's hot, bro, for some rap shit. But like, let's make some music. Let's add a bridge in there.
Right.
Let's take
Let's
this part
actually
out where
make some music.
you on top of the beat. Let's fall back and sing on that part. You know what I'm saying? Like different things like that.
It's crazy you said it because you was one of the first when I met you a year ago that put me on your beats per minute per track and how that syncs with the algorithm and
Oh, shit.
and getting
Yeah,
that
BPMs
going.
is important. I tell everybody that this is one of my favorite things to talk about during artist development. Is the BPMs it carries you in three ways. The DJ that you trying to get to play your song, you gotta
Right.
know what BPM he playing at, so you know if you can fit in his playlist or her playlist.
You
Shout out to
getting
DJ
deep
Jonathan.
dropping these gems.
And when I found out about labels don't always listen to your music. Sometimes they look at the frequency. So it tells you whatever gigahertz, megahertz, whatever pop up. The BPM, the date on when you recorded it, and what program you used. That all come up on the track if you hit info. All these things
Damn.
pop up. So that's when I knew they're not picking up certain music because of the frequency is sent in, because the BPM is sent, or because of when you sent it and matching with the date. they looking at all this stuff.
Gems.
So it was like little stuff I learned.
Gems.
But when we did these last two Jones, it was pure. One was pure for the movie. The second was pure for visual aspect, which was, the Blues Brothers. We gonna remake that. That's the creativity part I'm trying to bring back. Let's bring some old school back. Flip it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Stuff like the Bull. I forgot the one rapper from Boston or something. He did the Will Smith Joint. Like I had that written down on paper before he did that.
For real?
I don't know what
I
you're
had it
talking
written on
about.
paper. The Bull. I can't think of his name. That's a bad joint for the interview purpose, but
Nah, it's fine.
No, it's all good.
famous Bull.
Because we not
B-list
giving
artists.
Bull his, you know what I
but he
mean?
did
It's
this
wild
joint.
tuna, you know what I
You
mean?
probably Google it. You look
Right,
him up.
right.
Will Smith remake, whatever. He did
Okay.
something dope.
No,
No,
I'm
he
a tune
remake the joint, but I had it written down. So when I seen certain things start popping off, I'm like, I'm on the right track again.
Right.
People doing things that I'm thinking of. I'm writing down different things popping off that I'm on track. I'm with the social algorithm. You know what I'm saying? The real life algorithm, real life. So that was the other thing that really made me say, let me get back into it because.
So let me ask you, Tuna, because you dropped some gems on the music industry, right? Your approach to music, marketing, and things like that, because you've been on both sides. Drop some gems on like the marketing aspect of you being an artist, things like that.
Go where the women going, and be commercial right away.
Been telling this too.
Those two things.
Exactly.
Be commercial right away. Go where the women's going. Especially go where the white people going. They gonna spend money.
Facts.
They're not gonna trip.
Yep.
Facts.
They gonna spend the most money.
WP.
It's crazy. My last artist I worked with, we did Zoom meetings, and I said, my cousin and them, they didn't really like some of my old artists' music.
Yeah.
And I said, it's okay. Because we got Gator, white people gonna like it.
Oh,
They were offended by it. I'm thinking dollars and who's gonna cancel it. Because if you do a song with Gator, who's Gator's market?
Don't feed in the way he talking
No,
about
that's no, I got to. This is why I got to because it's two things.
But
It's two
people took
things.
that offensive, but they
It's
don't
two
understand the
things.
business of it.
They can take it offensive, but this is why I like when they take it offensive because I say, when's the last time you supported a black artist? That's what I always let them know. What you mean? You make music for white people? Because y'all niggas ain't helping us. I'm not spending no money. Let's keep it real. Meek did what this year? Because Meek didn't market the white people. He's still on his trap shit in the hood, and that's what it got him. Hood numbers. You keep it real. Lil Durk, he labeled what he labeled.
Right.
That nigga singing his life away for them folks.
Well, I gotta ask you. I want to ask
like
you.
Lil Durk like that, but he's doing numbers. He's doing numbers.
That's true. I want to ask you a question when you speak. So, who's buying, these dope ass sneakers that we got up there? Who's buying the merch?
Listen, the same people who buy the music.
Hold up, real fast. Talk about the sneaks. Now you got sneakers out.
Yeah, sneakers. These not my first pair that I made, but
these
right here, these are my latest pair. These are the ones I was most proud of. So I did the sneakers. I always had hoop dreams as a young boy. I told you I always wanted to play sports. So I had a little sports career, and I always thought I was gonna have my own sneaker. You think.
Right.
Jordan, be AI, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have my own drum. So I used to start designing my own sneaker. I'm like, I ain't gonna let Nike design it. I'm gonna design my own drum. I had the logo ready. I had my initials, the number that I always wore. I had all kinds of fly. And then, that fell off, but I still always wanted my own sneaker. So I'm like, when I was doing my clothing line now, I've been selling clothes since I was like 15, 16. I'm selling jerseys, Mitchell & Ness jerseys. I'm selling custom spray paint drones. I'm doing the airbrush drones, custom whatever when I'm a youngin'. But sneakers was something like a whole industry where it's like you got to really have manufacturers. You got to have a certain line of business to make this happen. So me accomplishing that just opened up my wave to say, I got to commit to this fashion thing. Because when I dropped my first sneaker, the wave it set off just because nobody had their own sneaker was crazy.
Yeah.
People like, oh, you got your own shoe? You got your own. And that was the wave. Like I'm like, yeah. But it's bigger than what I thought it was.
Right,
You know what I'm saying?
right.
I got my own shoe.
All right. So, Tuna, I got to ask you, what's next?
We got a lot.
You talked about the film.
We got a lot. Yeah. Outside the film.
And the Blues Brothers is out right now.
Yeah, so we about to be in the Guinness Book of World
Oh
Records.
shit. Subtle Flex 11?
It's the other genre.
I think.
I can't say what it's for right now until we sign the paperwork. because we have to.
No, he can't even talk about it.
Damn, this shit
top
heavy,
classified
yo.
on this mug, yo.
And because we put the application in, and we had to make sure before we announce it that the process is accepted.
Oh,
right?
we gonna be having exclusives.
Yeah, for sure. So we about to be in the Guinness Book of World Records musically or something.
That's huge. That's huge.
So next time I talk to y'all, next time we do a show and update, y'all gonna know what that's for.
Damn, that's what's up.
So that's that. We about to go on a crazy press tour. Y'all our first interview for the so we about to go on a nice
Huge.
press tour. Yeah, we about to slide to New York and do another interview next week. That's gonna be
Okay.
our second one.
Okay.
We gonna be at Quad Studios. We renting Quad Studios out for 24 hours.
Oh,
Damn, that's where Pac got shot.
Yeah. A lot of cats got hit up at Quad. We gonna have a lot of security.
Yeah.
A lot of security.
Right, yeah,
And my
yeah,
security
right.
in Philly, so
You already know what it is.
make sure you
That's-
watch
you
that,
already know.
watch that elevator.
Ain't
man.
nobody playing no
Watch
games.
the elevator.
Niggas like to pay niggas off.
Niggas ain't playing no games. Okay.
You know what I'm
Damn.
saying?
All right,
Yeah,
quad.
shit.
All right,
So
what
we
else?
Quad. We got Culture District HQ, the building, the facility. It's actually I've been in a lot of angel investment meetings and presentations. I had to suit up and show them the numbers and all that, which was that's dope too in itself. That's a whole another line of life. But
Yeah.
what we doing is we're getting the funding for the building. So when we get the building, we're gonna turn that into a block. Most likely,
Damn.
I say about 3 years we'll have the full facility built. But what we doing is all for the kids. We giving them an opportunity to do whatever they want to do in a place to do it. Now that sound like everybody.
Sound like the Queens Project.
But this the difference. The difference. We walk once you come in and you present us what you want to do and what your passion is. We're gonna introduce you to the people that's gonna put you in position. So a lot of people like, oh, you want to be a rapper? Okay, come
That's
record.
gonna be huge.
Oh, you want to be a designer? Okay, come design your clothes. But then after you do all that, you just there. And
Is this
keep
going?
back
Where's
there
this gonna
doing
be
the
at?
same shit. It's gonna be
And-
Philly. Yeah, we gotta do it for the city.
Damn, Tuna,
Do
yo.
it for the city. They about to build the new Sixers stadium.
Yup, downtown.
So we working on mapping out our facility close to that.
Flex number 12. God
Because-
damn.
We definitely
Tuna, we bringing you back.
Oh yeah,
You
it's
know.
gonna be a lot.
Listen,
it's gonna be a lot
oh
of
my
shit going
God.
on, man. It's gonna be a lot of shit.
Shh.
It's gonna be a lot of shit. But we working on that because with the new facility, they're gonna be looking for new companies,
Right.
new
Yup. Yup.
businesses. We
Yup.
got a new mayor. Shout out to Miss Cheryl Parker.
Cheryl Parker.
And she's definitely gonna look out for the minorities. She's definitely gonna look out for the underprivileged, and because our business is all about that, I'm sure she gonna be happy that we gonna be a part of that program. And we got, man, what we got?
Yeah,
Damn, yo, you
oh my God, what up?
Because I do want to talk more about the facility because there's so much it entails.
Go
but
ahead.
Just
Right.
overall,
Yeah, go ahead.
so you know what I'm saying, is anything you can think of, whether you want to be in business, finance, banking, fashion.
You really giving
anything,
back.
like whatever it is, we're going to make sure we're gonna bring the experts in. We're gonna cut the bag to bring the experts in. We're gonna bring them in. You're gonna be able to meet with them. Have a mentorship program with anything you want to do.
Damn.
You want to play ball? I'm
Right.
licensed to be an NIL agent. I can get you paid.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? You want to play football, basketball, wrestling? They do beautiful wrestling too now.
Yeah, no.
Any sport.
And
That's
Tuna,
big.
where can they, a young athlete or whatever, where can they get in contact with you to get this, you know what I mean,
Oh yeah,
to get
just hit
started?
my gram, Wild Tuna on Instagram. I usually give out my number personally for those type situations.
Nah, well, we're
So,
going to put your socials out there,
yeah,
but
hit
you
my
know what I mean?
socials, and if it's serious, I answer all my DMs. I get to them. You know what I'm saying? But so, if I don't, my agent will, and she gonna
Right.
because you gonna think.
And that's WILDETUNA.
Yeah, don't forget the E.
Well,
Stand
don't
for
forget the
everything.
E.
Stand for anything.
Well, Tuna, I really just want to thank you for spending time with us, coming
Yeah.
out,
Huge.
just dropping all of this science and gems on us for real, for real.
We about to put this by the paywall, behind the paywall, because they going to have to pay for this.
I truly appreciate you. You were one of the first people I met when I got into this entertainment. And you dropped a lot of gems on me then. I look forward to building with you more.
Yep.
Likewise.
Most definitely. And just like I said, just thanks again because this was dope.
Real shit.
So I appreciate you.
Real shit, bro.
Any shout outs? Any last minute shout outs?
Yeah. Let me shout out the Radio Pushers. Radio Pushers
Radio
TV.
pushers.
Results in No Hype magazine. I'm currently EIC and vice president there. Shout out to my team over there holding it down. You know what I'm saying? We got the iHeart Radio and all that rolling. Shout out to culturedistricthq.com.
Culture
Make sure
District.
y'all visit the website. We do
Yep.
all independent. We do some mainstream coverage, but if you're an indie artist that need coverage and just need an article, need some press, come to us. We don't charge. Culture District HQ don't charge.
Damn.
That's our give back to the culture. You know what I'm saying? Being the first journalist for a lot of people, being the first interview for a lot of people that sat with me at 87. So I said, you know what? Why charge for somebody for something that can help them with, you know.
Damn, that's
The
huge.
back end can be major. You know what I'm saying?
I like that.
Drippyfish.com. Make sure y'all tap in.
Drippyfish.com.
We got everything you need.
You
know what I'm
already
saying?
know.
Oh, and we gonna be in Philadelphia Airport and King of Prussia Mall within the next 2 years. We just got our license
Damn.
we just got our certifications for the airport. We about to get our certification for the mall too. But that's gonna be coming up. Yeah, that's that. What else? I don't want to miss nothing. Yeah, I think we caught up.
All right, yo, that's what's up. That's what's up.
Well, before we wrap up, I want to shout out Embroidery Brothers for these hoodies. They hooked
You
us up with
already
the
know.
OPP.
You see it.
Always looking us
EB
out.
in the building.
Got Joe in the background. You know, looking us out, tuning in. Thank you, Joe. Always showing love.
Appreciate y'all.
You know, that wraps up. Please make sure you tune in to Opposing Perspectives. We're on YouTube, all social media platforms.
Like, subscribe, and share.
I'm your host, Sedale.
And I'm your boy, James, Ralph's favorite.
I want to beat him to the punch. Make sure you hit that little notification thing right there. Just hit that button.
Already know.
But this shit at my finger though. It's at my finger though this time.
The little bell thingy with the little.
You already know.
Do the noise, Joe. Do it.
Alright.
Yeah, man.
That was dope. I got pissed bad as shit. I was holding that piss.
You were the worst.
What? I was holding that shit.